because मैं तो कभी किसी पार्टी में जाता नहीं. I don't go for award function. And if I've survived for 20 years now in this industry, maybe you people who think that attending parties is important can take a cue from it. I want to do many things, but I can only pick up from whatever is offered to me.
Hello, Rajeev. Welcome to Bollywood Live. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm excellent. I'm doing extremely well, and so happy to speak to you.
Yeah, and you look fresh and so great right now. So, with your dashing looks and impressive acting skills, आपने ना सबके दिल जीत लिए हैं. And many congratulations for the success of Showtime. How is the feeling like?
Thank you very much for those kind words. I do not know कि मैंने क्या किया, but I've been fortunate to have to get some really good feedback on the show. Those who have watched it, जितने लोगों ने भी देखा है, उनका feedback बहुत अच्छा रहा है, and I'm happy that the part 2 is coming. थोड़ा सा लेट आया, मतलब बहुत महीनों तक लोग, हाँ, मतलब कि आना है राजीव, कब आ रहा है वो सब जवाब सब समथिंग हैपेंड. या सो वो जवाब दे देते, मैं थक गया था कि अभी आ रहा है, फाइनली आ गया, ये लीजिए आपके सामने शो टाइम. एंड दिस इज गोइंग टू बी द कल्मिनेशन ऑफ द फर्स्ट 4 एपिसोड्स, एंड दिस इज गोइंग टू टेक अ टर्न. ये जो 3 एपिसोड है, दिस इज गोइंग टू टेक अ टर्न फ्रॉम व्हाट यू सॉ इन द फर्स्ट पार्ट, क्योंकि अब हम देखेंगे रियल लोग. सो वी आर गोइंग टू बी सीइंग एवरीवनस रियल साइड. देखा अगर आपने, तो अब आप रियल अरमान को देखो. So it's going to be exciting, I guess.
Yeah, so after watching the show, आपको definitely अपने industry friends का call आया होगा, your close ones. So, what was their reaction to it? And
most of them, and the beauty was people who have not connected with me for many years now also, they were kind enough to actually reach out and tell me that, Rajeev, the beauty is that we know you for so long now. तू है नहीं ऐसा बिल्कुल भी, because we've seen you for so many years. तू बिल्कुल भी ऐसा नहीं है जैसा तूने कैरेक्टर प्ले किया है, और उसको इतना कन्विंसिंगली प्ले करना, हैट्स ऑफ. मतलब बहुत लोगों ने बहुत अच्छी बातें बोली है, वो मैं नहीं बोलूंगा क्योंकि अपने मुंह मियां मिट्ठू क्या बनूं. लेकिन common thing that most of them said was that to play someone whom you are not, and to play it convincingly, because they know me and they know stars. Talking about the few superstars that we have kind of had in our generations. So they know both, and they could see that, yes, I am not who I am, yet I am convincingly playing these guys whom they have dealt with also. So it was interesting.
So, I mean, how is your bond with there's so many, there's so many people. So, Imran, Ashmi, Naseeruddin sir, Mahima, Moni, and everybody. And सबसे ज्यादा टेक्स और सबसे कम टेक्स कौन लेता था? You have to tell. Be honest.
सबसे ज्यादा टेक्स कौन लेता था? I think अभी again I'll sound very diplomatic या whatever, but the truth is इतने अच्छे एक्टर्स थे सारे के सारे, और इतने अच्छे लोग थे that everyone knew that यार we should go prepared on the sets. तो कभी ऐसा नहीं कि in fact I was expecting some of them, mostly my female co-actors, क्योंकि अभी ना कुछ तो होंगे कि अरे आप आईना लेके आओ, मेकअप अभी मैं ये नहीं करूंगी, अभी मुझे ऐसा हो गया, मुझे थोड़ा सा टचअप चाहिए. But thankfully they were like, अगर हम कार के अंदर या जीप के अंदर सीन शूट कर रहे हैं, तो वो मोनी का अपना आईना जो है, so my answer please. So sorry, but some like Moni for example, she would keep her mirror पीछे गाड़ी की सीट पे, मुझे कोई नहीं चाहिए, मैं खुद ही कर लूंगी, मैं खुद ही टचअप जो करना है, all of this. So when you have co-actors like these, or Shreya for that matter, अरे देख तो लो आईना, नहीं मुझे जरूरत नहीं है, चलना तो भी कर अपना काम. So we had actors like these who were very prepared and who were very chilled out about how they look, or they must have spent maybe घंटे अगर वैनिटी मैंने बिता के आए होंगे तो मुझे पता नहीं, but सेट पे आके तो किसी को परेशान नहीं किया, किसी को, मतलब nobody was kind of troubled. So I had wonderful co-stars. Improvise बहुत किया हमने. तो आई थिंक मुझे लगता है ऐसा, नाउ दैट यू आर आस्किंग मी, सबसे ज्यादा टेक्स मैंने दिए होंगे, क्योंकि एक तो हम करते थे रेगुलर टेक कि हमने कर दिया, फिर उसके बाद में वो एक होता है कीड़ा टेक, कि यार एक काम करते हैं ना, कुछ इसको ऐसा करते हैं, एक तो ऐसा ट्राई करते हैं, एंड दैट वुड लीड टू अ डिफरेंट सीन ऑल टुगेदर. एंड थैंकफुली मेरे जितने भी सीन्स हैं are the scenes जो कीड़े लगे वाले सीन जैसे कहते हैं ना, कि जिसको आपने सीन शूट करने के बाद में इम्प्रोवाइज किया. So yeah, so majority of the scenes are very organic. So इसीलिए if you've seen season 1 and if you
Yeah.
enjoyed Arman, then it is also because Archit, Mihir, myself and my co-actors जो भी उस scene के अंदर है, we've all improvised. मतलब अभी for example विम हॉफ कर रहा हूँ मैं, एक सीन है वैनिटी वैन में बैठा हूँ और मैं विम हॉफ कर रहा हूँ, पता नहीं क्या ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइज कर रहा हूँ, and then Mahima comes in and I say just hold on. So now I do it in my life. I mean not on the sets though, but I do that breathing in my personal life because वो मेरी दौड़ने में मुझे बहुत हेल्प करती है. तो मैं वो ब्रीदिंग करता हूँ. तो मैंने कहा सेट पे ना इसको ये कर देते हैं, बिकॉज मैंने और भी दूसरे टैंट्रम सुने. तो लेट्स रिप्लेस दैट टैंट्रम विद दिस टैंट्रम की बंदा लोगों को बिठा कर रखा हुआ प्रोड्यूसर को कि मैं अपनी ये मेडिटेशन खत्म कर लूं 2 मिनट के. So all of them were very organically done.
And rather than showing that you're drinking or smoking, maybe, so that was a very different thing to
तो
see.
एक तो कुछ चीजें
So a
होती
new
हैं
thing.
क्लीशेड है जो हम देखते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल मेरा इंट्रोडक्टरी सीन है उसके अंदर जिसमें मैं एक एडी मुझे उठाने के लिए आता है, मैं सो रहा हूँ, और वो सीन जिसके अंदर आई स्कैंडलाइज हिम कंप्लीटली एंड आई डू समथिंग which is not a routine thing, but that somebody does it in our industry is what the folklore is. Let's say I do not know because personally, but somebody know and so some करते हैं, वो चर्चे बहुत जगह सुनते हैं, मालूम है, वो जब आते हैं ना तो वो ऐसा कर लेते हैं. मैं कहता हूँ वही करते हैं ना. So we did a lot of things which were very organic. आने वाले एपिसोड्स के अंदर भी वैसी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, but उनका एटीट्यूड अलग है, because now you will be seeing people without their masks.
Okay.
Because you saw them in public most of the time. Now you will see them in their private world, most of them. So their ambitions, be it Imran's ambitions or greed or insecurities or Moni's or Shreya's or Mahima's or mine or Vijay Raj sir, सारे कैरेक्टर्स का अब हम वो साइड देखेंगे जो कि रियल साइड है उनका.
Okay. So I want to know that what made you say yes to the script? Was it the script, the makers, or maybe the star cast?
What made me say yes was that one meeting with Archit, Mihir and the writer. So मैं तो इनफैक्ट मैंने इनकार कर दिया था जब मुझे शो ऑफर किया था. I had said no to them. I said नहीं यार, पता नहीं, मैं नहीं यार, I'll maybe let this one pass. And then are you mad, Rajeev? At least give us one meeting. And I went to meet Archit at Dharma's office. Archit, Mihir and the writer. And I sat down with them and I said, पहले तो मुझे बताओ कि why me? Karan has option of picking up anybody who's filming in this industry, you know, superstar character. तुम मुझे क्यों, मतलब मैं तो बहुत obvious choice नहीं हूँ. And their essence of the response was, because you're not the obvious choice is why we want you to do it. And that's why the entire team wants you to do it, because आप obvious choice नहीं हो. We want an actor who doesn't make it over the top performance, because there is a very thin line in playing Arman. आप बहुत over the top भी जा सकते हो, बहुत ही फिल्मी बन सकते हो, आप बहुत ज्यादा उसको चीजें, but उस दायरे में रहकर to actually portray both the sides, probably they thought I can do it. I was the only one who thought I will not be able to pull this off. But I think because of those workshops, because of our constant एक तो ease of working with my co-actors, that also really helped. Which I, again, Shreya ho, chahe Imran ho, the actors like these also makes it enjoyable and it helps you bring out your best when there's an ease.
Yeah. And it's a comfortable environment on the set also.
Yeah.
So
we had a great environment, and that is why I think we were laughing while we were doing it, especially my scenes I'm talking about. We were laughing. Everyone was laughing behind. हंस रहे हैं, and then अरे यार मेरा बैटरी जा रही है. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
So like that.
Okay, so moving forward, there are many fans. Glam world दिखता है, but with this show we got to see many other sides कि कैसा चीजें होती है, and I'm sure आने वाले episodes में और भी clarity मिलेगी क्योंकि everybody wants to become a star and behind the scenes nobody knows. So there are few questions and I would ask you कि आप उनका answers अपने हिसाब से दें. So जितना आपने industry देखा है उस हिसाब से. So the first favoritism, because आज की बात करें तो social media का भी ज़माना है and people are like making national crushes overnight बदल रहे हैं. So जो social media पर hit है, is it like उनको ज़्यादा opportunities दी जा रही हैं, उनको ज़्यादा work दिया जा रहा है? Is it like that? Do you feel that?
To an extent, I would not know, but yeah, that is a general understanding that suddenly when somebody is casting people, कौन है, then they say this one, मैंने कहा क्या किया है, उसके social media पे 8 million फॉलोवर हैं. Oh, that's the talent. मैंने resume पूछा था, आपने resume बताया मेरे को कि भैया 8 million फॉलोवर हैं. I always ask them, where are these? Because then so they should be doing stuff left, right, and center. मतलब फिल्में करो जाके 8 million तो अब ऐसे आ जाएंगे आपको देखने के लिए. But that's they are all virtual. They don't exist. But then that's how it is. But change that, and I can't really complain about it. But yes, definitely. जो अगर पूछ रहे हैं कि favoritism है favoritism. Social media has ruined a few things. I don't know, has ruined things for people like us. May not have money and who are surviving because of that. So it's both ways. So, and what I am saying may just be ruining what these people are doing because that's their strength. हमारा 8 million है. So whatever it is.
And also, can having a controversial reputation is life into, कुछ stars अगर आपको, कुछ खास पसंद नहीं करते हैं, so artist की life में
I have not faced it. I would not be able to give a genuine answer to this one. मेरा जो होगा वो बना के जवाब दूंगा मैं कि हाँ शायद कुछ लोग हैं जो मैंने भी कहानियां सुनी है जिन कहानियों सुन के वो मुझसे ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं. But I haven't faced it because I have had some differences with many producers and many जिनको मैंने ना किया है in the past also. But I don't think that anyone in my career probably they must have thought कि भैया अपना बनाए because everyone is thinking about their own things to whom to ally with and whom to work with. Not the Bombay that Bombay is famous for. Yeah.
Okay. So the question was, in an audition, what else are you supposed to, perform? Maybe अगर हम acting के अलावा देखें तो क्या skill set होता है which is required nowadays?
आज के ज़माने में let's say that कि besides your social media followers, what else is required in auditions? I think probably how much you can justify the character. I think so because let's say if somebody asks me to do a test, let's do I always favor screen test. I always favor a test because उसमें आपको भी मालूम पड़ता है कि ये character आपको will you be able to do justice to the character or not, and the makers will also get an idea as to whether the vision that they have about the character, whether that will work or not. So auditions आज और कल अगर genuine जो auditions होते हैं उनमें the idea is always to figure out whether we are getting our character in this actor or not. That's what the idea of auditions is.
Okay. So also, do you also believe कि कुछ parties में अगर आप ना जाओ और miss out कर दो, so opportunities भी कहीं ना कहीं kill हो रही हैं. And I've seen people talking about कि अगर मैं parties में जाता तो maybe opportunities मिलती. तो attending parties for work and for projects, do you think is it people do that?
Because मैं तो कभी किसी party में जाता नहीं. I don't go for award function. And if I've survived for 20 years now in this industry, maybe you people who think that attending parties is important can take a cue from it that I've survived. But ना तो आज तू वो कर रहा होता जो करना चाहिए तेरे को. They can come up with that narrative. But then I didn't want to do that because of any parties. Neither I wanted to do that. Of course, as an actor, I want to do good roles. I want to do many things. But I can only pick up from whatever is offered to me. So whatever is offered to me, it is being constantly offered to me for last 20 years without attending any parties, without going hobnobbing with any. So that is one model that one can learn from. अब आपको जितना सीखना आप सीखिए. अगर आपको लगता है कि नहीं पार्टी में गया होता ना, अवार्ड फंक्शन में गया होता तो भैया.
So Boss OTT 3. So Ranveer Shore is in the show, and in one of his videos, I mean, in one of the episodes, he has mentioned that industry में काम थोड़ा कम है, something like that, and because of that reason, now he's doing Big Boss OTT 3. So is the situation मतलब ऐसा है हो रहा है? I want to know about that.
I wouldn't know. I mean, काम हर इंसान, किसी इंडस्ट्री ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई बैंक है जहां से आपने यहाँ पे अपने चेक लेके गए और आपको पैसा मिल गया. It depends on who is getting how much work and depending on what kind of work one wants. For example, if you ask me, मेरे लिए तो हमेशा से काम कम ही था, because the kind of work that I want to do is always uh, supply.
You're
So
selective with your projects.
the kind of work that I want to do, yes, I'm not selective, but मैंने कहा हो सकता है कि मुझे वो अगर मुझे 5 में से एक प्रोजेक्ट अच्छा लगता है तो शायद 4 बताता होगा types, maybe whatever, because also I do not really run around for work, and I do not kind of do anything, any kind of legend, to kind of get work. This is what I've heard from many people right now, that in the last couple of years, new which are getting made are less. या तो franchise बना रहे हैं, in terms of films में franchise ज्यादा बना रहे हैं, मतलब अच्छा इसके बना लो उसके बना लो, because original stuff चल नहीं रहा है, तो they want to cash already established
Things.
what do you call it, names, brands. आप उस पे कर रहे. In terms of OTT also, not too many original new shows are coming out. मतलब शूट किया था, but not too many. ऐसे बीच में एक था ना कि हर हफ्ते कोई नया एक शो आ रहा है. Now you will not see too many series coming out which is every week. So there is a correction probably which is happening, because even I think the platforms also realize कि इतना ज़्यादा हमने कर दिया है without even knowing कि क्या है क्या नहीं है, चलेगा नहीं चलेगा. And the lobbyism that was happening in films happened here in OTT also.
And I think it was because of COVID also, because
bubble,
people started, switching to OTT space, and they were like consuming maximum content. So
correct. And COVID time they were running behind in terms of manufacturing, in terms of coming out with fresher content. But then post that, and which did not make business sense with a lot of platforms, is why they decreased the pace at which they were making the content. So maybe must have meant this, or in general, probably the kind of roles that he's looking for are not happening in maybe. Well, I don't know what he meant, but could be a possible. But it's not general scenario. तो मैं अभी को बोले जाके कि बच्चन साहब कितने बिजी हैं.
Yeah. So, जैसे you've worked with Imran Hashmi. टैग है काफी सालों से सीरियल किसर वाला. एंड डू यू अग्री कि अगर ये टैग्स लग जाते, इज इट गुड फॉर एन एक्टर और इट लिमिट्स द अपॉर्चुनिटी कि एक ही इमेज बन गई है ना?
Yeah, it will limit your opportunity if you're limited to just that tag.
Okay.
You know what I mean? What I mean is that if Imran was owner, he wouldn't have done many other projects that he did, which were like really wonderful. For him to do many things other than that kissing part is only because he wasn't limited to just serial kissing. Talking about myself, if I was just limited to being a lover boy, I wouldn't have done an Amir, I wouldn't have been a host for such Kasama, and I wouldn't have probably been doing a Showtime. So yeah, if you are limited to that tag which is attached to you, the opportunities will always be limited, and those who complain कि सारा मेरे ऊपर तो ये tag लग गया था are the people who probably were born with limited capabilities, that they could never go beyond that tag. Is what I feel. I hope I'm not being too wrong.
It's making complete sense. Yeah.
Though it sounds very my energy levels.
And coming to that, we want to know कि आप कितने घंटे जिम में बिताते हो? And you have to be honest.
Gym में तो बहुत कम जाता. Yeah, and I'll be honest, I do not spend much time in gym, but I do spring out a lot more. For example, I'll just tell you, I mean, not a lot. I'm a very sensible guy, and I think I was sensible because my upbringing was in the army. So I do a lot of other activities, like, for example, I cycle a lot. I do boxing. I do rope climbing. I do many things. So and I love doing those things. For example, today, I mean, just about a couple a 10-kilometer run in in RA colony at 12
In this
o'clock in the
garmi.
afternoon in this garmi,
Wow.
and I died, and I had to do it in a certain time, and it was all uphill.
Hmm.
So I do all of
Ha, exactly. Fans want to know that how are you aging backwards, and
no,
what
I'm not
message
aging
you have for
backwards.
them.
I'm not aging backwards. It's the fact of life that you will always age ahead, and you can only make it look better. Look, love yourself. All I can say, and let me tell you, because probably I'm experienced than most of the people who are younger than me. Let me tell you, remember this one thing, which everyone says. हम जब छोटे होते हैं लगता है कि अरे यार निकल गई ना जिंदगी, तो अभी इसके बोल रहा है हमें 20 साल में हमें क्या बता रहा है. But the fact is, if you don't have health with you, nothing will matter in that. So I think my emphasis has been on that only, that health सबसे पहले. पैसा हो ना हो, project won't do my basic thing, because eventually
Excited when she got to know about this, and that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. It was lovely chatting with you, and I wish you all the very best and all the success and good health, good wealth.